good afternoon, lady and gentlemen. Pastor Stephen Ologun, you are welcome to Jim Dabusa Show.
Good afternoon.
Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi, you also welcome to Jim Dabusa Show. I welcome you this afternoon. Thank you for coming. Without wasting our time, our case study for today will base on integrity. We've been speaking on several topics on Jim Dabusa Show that people will learn from us, people will listen and make use of the opportunity. Once again, you are welcome to Jim Dabusa Show. We're going down to our case study for this afternoon, integrity. We know what integrity means in our community, in our society, in the place of work, in a professional level. We know what integrity stands for in the family, in the families, among friends, and etc. And how are we coping with this word, integrity, and the challenges people are facing on integrity? I will start my question with Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi. The general and introductory aspect of integrity. What does integrity mean to you personally and professionally? Because you're a counselor in Abuja, you've attended to a lot of people or attended to a lot of people concerning advice in different areas. So, what does integrity mean to you?
Thank you again, Mr. Jim, and thank you, Pastor. I'm glad to connect with you again. And thank God for our viewers. We pray at the end of the show, life will be transformed by the grace of God. Now, integrity. Integrity is a very broad and wide topic. And personally, like you said, community, workplace, church, and other things, integrity is very, very important. And I want to describe integrity as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. It involves adhering to a consistent set of ethical values. When one is faced with challenges, when one is faced with anything, ability to stay focused, ability to do things even when no one is watching is what I describe as integrity. And in a personal life, when you don't have a principle, when you're not able to abide by the principles set in an environment, you are not able to walk straight, you are not able to be trustworthy, you don't have integrity. I always say to my children that anything you will do and say, mommy is coming, daddy is coming, somebody is coming, adjust. There's no integrity in it. Anything you are able to do and you can defend openly and secretly before man and before God, it is what is called integrity. Not using $1, $1, and say it is $8. Because even if you are not accountable to Mr. Jim or Pastor Stephen, there is God Almighty that is watching. Integrity, it means to be able to do things, do it right, even when nobody is watching. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi. You mentioned ethical. So in that area of ethical, so how did you apply it as a professional woman?
Okay. For example, sir, I deal with family. I deal with couples. And there are some things that couples will come and they will discuss with me. And that discussion is not meant for my husband's hearing. Professionally, sir, if I go and discuss that matter with my husband or any other person, then there is no integrity. Except with the approval of the people. Because sometimes people will come and I will say, if you permit me, it's something I would like to hold hands with my husband and we will pray. But before we will be able to pray, I need to narrate the story to him. And if he says no, then I will limit it to myself. But if I go against their will or wish, ethically, I think that is not integrity. Whatever we do, in whichever way we're doing it, we should remember that even if those people are not available, my people say, if you look left and you look right, you look front and you look back, do not forget to look up, because there is God Almighty that is watching. Integrity in whatever we do, it's beyond us as human beings.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Feisi Kemi Onasi. Pastor Stephen Ologun. Now, do you have anything to add to what Mrs. Feisi Kemi Onasi had just said on integrity? On what does integrity mean to you, personally and professional? Do you have anything to add with it, Pastor Stephen Ologun?
No, nothing much to add, because I would say I'm on the same page with Mrs. Onasi, because integrity is exactly what she has defined it to be. So people should be able to trust you. Your yes must be yes. Your no must be your no. So I will call integrity an outward display of your good character. So ability to display your good character is, and for people to trust you that you are who you are, that's what integrity means to me.
Thank you very much, Pastor Stephen Ologun. Pastor Stephen Ologun, let me throw this question to you. How did you think integrity is so important in today's world?
No, generally, integrity is important because no individual is an island, so you have to deal with people. You have to do business with people. You have to move with people, and so on and so forth. Now, only a fool will be ready to trade with a man without integrity. Only an idiot will be prepared to marry someone that has no integrity. So, to move out of your closet into the outer world to deal with people, the first question you should ask yourself is, am I truly the person I say I am? Did I have integrity? Can people trust me? Will people be happy to come near me? Will anyone be happy or confident enough to confide in me? And so on and so forth. So when someone lacks integrity, automatically he is preparing for a life of loneliness. So to be able to have friends, to be able to have business partner or associate, you must be an individual with integrity.
Integrity.
Thank you, Pastor Stephen Ologun. For 1 minute, let me throw this question to you. Do you think that those people in other end of the world, let's say Africa, Western countries, like maybe United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, USA, Australia, and etc., do you think some people that have the aim of defraud or playing game with partners in different part of the world, do you think they have do you think they have or thinking of their integrity before they try to do some set of people in other end of the world?
Well, having lived in Western world for a while, I know one thing with European is their yes is yes, their no is no. And this is one of the reasons why they fall victim of fraud so much, because they don't lie
Mm.
often, and everything people tell them, they tend to believe that it is the truth. Because in Western culture, it is a serious thing to live. Um, Deception is a serious thing in Western world. So because they don't deceive and they are not permitted to deceive, so they tend to believe everything that comes their way, and that's one of the reasons why they are falling victim.
Thank you, Pastor Timiologun. Mrs. Dorcas Onasi,
Yes, sir.
let us look at this aspect. Do you think that in Africa, some people that are looking for partners, for business partners in the other end of the world, in Western countries, do you think some of them have that integrity? Because at the back of their mind, they know they want to defraud that particular partners. They know quite all right that they want to, do forward nine or fraud with them. Do you think they ever thought of it, that this guy that I wanted to defraud, they have that trust in me, that I have integrity, whereas they don't have integrity? Did they think of it in Africa?
Well, everything everybody wants to be or want to do. We all know ourselves, sir. You that want to defraud someone, you know that this thing you want to do, definitely, this is the reason why you want to do it. If you are lying, you plan to lie. People plan to lie. People plan to defraud. It is the person that you want to defraud, except that person is a fraudster too, may be doubting you. But people that have integrity, they don't easily doubt people, because they believe that, just like Pastor said, because the Western people, they have integrity. They believe every other person should have the same integrity, and that is why they fall victim. Sir, I would like to take you to a passage in the Holy Book, which is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 13. And it says, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. You may be thinking that the person you are trying to do fraud, is the one you are destroying, but at the end, you are destroying yourself. Now, this is common in our Nigeria of today. Even in relationships, people that are trying to settle down maritally, you see that they don't have integrity, they defraud themselves. What does that mean? You see somebody that does not have whatever and is claiming to have this, just because you want to go into marriage. And at the end of the day, what will happen? Destruction. Because, sorry, there's this adage in my language that says, what it will catch up. When lives travel for a number of years, the truth in a second will always catch up with it. So integrity, whether you think you are defrauding or you are destroying the person that you want to destroy, you plan for it, but you are planning to destroy yourself.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Kemi Onasi. Let me throw my question back again to you.
Okay, sir.
What are some common challenges people face when trying to maintain their integrity? Are there any challenges?
When The person trying to maintain integrity, number one, always fall victim. This is one of the problems and challenges. You fall victim because you, and another point is people don't deal with people that have integrity. They sideline them. They cut them off. Like the word they will use, don't do deal with this person. They call it deal. For example, in the offices, they will say, because they want to do this particular thing, and they don't know that there's no integrity in it. The person that has integrity, they will back the person. They will think in their own way, they are not favoring the person, not knowing that they are doing the person well. But in their face, it takes the grace of God to stand firm, to stand straight when it comes to integrity. Because when you see things are moving, flowing, like the politicians, I'm sorry to say, all those things they promise from the beginning, they will do this, they will do that. Some of them know that they are not going to do it. They just want to promise people to get to position. And when they get to position, forget about them. They will say, don't mind them. They do their own things. So people that have integrity suffer the most in the hands of the people that do not have integrity. They back them. They don't do things with them. Sometimes I don't want to use the word poor, because in the hands of the people that are not straightforward, there are things that are happening for them. Things are happening. But you that have integrity, somehow you will be neglected, you will be sidelined, you will be put out. So to have integrity sometimes is a lone ranger. But remember what the word of God says, one with God is a majority. No matter how tough, no matter how strong, no matter how difficult it is, when you know you are standing on the truth, you know that what you are doing is right. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. I always tell my children, I say, for the fact that other people are doing it does not make it right. Because at the end, the truth will prevail. In today's marriages, sir, you see couples lying to themselves, even in the marriage. How do you want them to raise children that have integrity? Daddy, a visitor is here to see you. Say no, go and tell the person, I am not around. Tell the person, I am sleeping. And the children of this day say, Daddy, the person that is sleeping and you are talking, say, my friend, get out there, go and tell them I'm not available. You are building what is wrong in the life of those children. So integrity, anyhow we see it, anyhow we define it, anyhow we quote it, integrity is always the best in life. Whether you are with people, people are with you, it doesn't matter even you are standing alone.
Thank you, Mrs. Dorcas Feyisikemi Onasi. Pastor Simiologun, you've listened to what Mrs. Onasi have just said. Do you think that some common challenges people are facing on integrity to maintain their integrity? Do you think there's some challenges?
There are many challenges. The truth of the matter is, whatever we hear in life affects us. Whatever we see affects us. And the environment where we live affects us most. Most of the people that have turned to men and women that lack integrity in some part of the world today, especially places where we came from, so to say, Africa, it was environmental factor that is jeopardizing their integrity. And most of them, now, how can someone maintain integrity when the salary he earns cannot feed him and his family? Of course, he will want to look for other means to augment his income. And most of the time, the alternative they always find is not the right way. But they have to take that step just to make sure that, like people will say, he that want to drink the honey inside the rock will not be mindful of the axe. So whether the ass go blunt or it go bad, he wouldn't care. All he wants is the honey that is within beneath the rock. So in the same thing, when people want to earn money, earn enough to feed themselves and their family, of course they compromise, they destroy their integrity, they jeopardize their integrity just to go beyond the level they are. And this is one of the things the Europeans saw within their population. If people are hungry, their integrity can be thrown overboard. So they want to make sure that people earn enough to earn them good living. So our environment is one of the factors that is jeopardizing our integrity. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth.
Do you want to talk?
Yes, thank you. Pastor, I want to thank you for this aspect, for this dimension that you took this into. Mr. Jinta,
Sir?
this is the summary of what is happening in our environment. Like I was trying to narrate or describe, somebody that has integrity, maybe, like you said, your salary is this way, and you don't want to follow them to do the wrong things, maybe in that particular office, and you want to do side hustle. In the process of doing this side hustle, one thing or the other, integrity will see the tamper. Why did I say so? Okay, maybe the time you are supposed to be in the office, for example, is the time that the side also is calling you. And saying the truth, in some parts, some people don't really like truth, except you lie to them. They are not comfortable. So because of this, the people find it difficult to be in line, to be straightforward, even when they want to. So like that pastor said, cost of living, income, not balancing is a serious issue, and God will help us.
Thank you very much, Pastor, Mrs. Dorcas Onasi. Let me throw this question to you before we move to our next stage. Do you think that some of our people, either you're politicians or you're a government, you're a civil servant, or you're a businessman or businesswoman, etc., in our areas or corridor or in our environment, do you think that these people think or thought of their integrity in our before making any decision?
Some think of the other people that still have conscience. Some people, their conscience is dead. And that is the same people that they are ready to do anything. It doesn't matter what comes from it. Like Pastor Stephen said, you see people stealing, killing, backbiting, lying, using another person, not minding what will become of this person, to get favor, talk bad about this person to get favor from this person. Some people that have conscience, they think about it. At the end of the day, they struggle to say, integrity, if I do it this way, it will affect this person. But some people, like I said, their conscience is gone. So people that their conscience is gone, they don't even know what they're doing, including the so-called pastors. And they gather people. I am sorry, I'm not attacking anybody, but they gather people. They quote them the wrong things and back it up with things that will favor them. And they know. My people say, I think I'm telling you lies, sir, and you are not aware. Me that is lying, I should be able to know that I'm lying. Nobody that will lack integrity that will not be aware. And they build on it. Just that people that have integrity try as much as possible to build on it to make sure they are straight, they are pure. So also the people that lack integrity, it takes the grace of God. It takes the grace of God to people that lack integrity to remain, to retrace their step. So integrity, people that have it, they know. People that lack it, they know.
Hey, thank you, Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi. Let's go to another topic before coming back to ask some few questions again. The next step you base on leadership, because when we're making a decision on integrity, both workplace, our community, or in our environment. Let me throw the first question to you, Mrs. Feisikemi Onasi. How can leaders foster a culture of integrity within their teams?
How can leaders be conscious of their integrity within their team?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, sir, what is good for A is good for B. Anyone that has the fear of God will not matter, will not mind whether it's the leader, whether it's higher or whatever. Let's assume now, Pastor Stephen happened to be our boss, the team lead. He will not, with integrity and contentment, he will not mind whether I am the smallest in age, in qualification, in office, or in whatever. Contentment is also key in having integrity. If anything should come up within the team, it starts with the pastor being the team lead, acknowledging whoever, the effort of everybody. It may not be necessarily to be money, products, goods, or whatever. But if in our team, we are able to make little contribution to make sure, maybe in a write-up, we have a project that we need to do a write-up. And after everybody has finished, somebody will go through it and see that there's a place that maybe comma, full stop, and things like that, or spelling error. And at the end of the day, when the project comes out, pastor as the team lead should be able to acknowledge this person that is only able to identify where there's supposed to be comma or full stop. By doing that, next time, this person will feel loved, will feel beloved, and we want to do more. That will now take me to when it comes to monitoring. Because if you look around, sir, most of this integrity we are talking about, like Pastor said, bounce back to money, welfare, how people live their life, food, clothing, shelter, and many more. So we do a deal, we do business, and the profit comes. As the team lead, if you are not greedy enough to say, I am the boss, to take, maybe you say, okay, you are taking 70%, and like 7 other people should go and share the remaining 30%. How do you think those people will be happy, sir? They will not be happy. They will see more. That if the second in command will not take the remaining 30 out of 30%, will take 20%, and say the remaining 10% should go and share among the 6 people. These 6 people with 10%, sir, do you think they are happy? Do you think they will be happy that they don't have challenges? The same school, the same market. Even if you are going to backyard market, Even if you are going to travel far to go, it is the same product all of us are buying. So this will affect these people, even if they don't maintain something in them. The human being in them will provoke. At the end of the day, when there is any business coming, they will want to cut corner. So to be contented as a boss and know that the people working with you are also human beings, no matter the level of the qualification. If you treat them well, it will help them to maintain their integrity. Even if it is not 100%, it will not be as that at large as you are pushing them. At the end of the day, sir, if 70% is going to you, the secretary they will meet, all the gate man they will meet next time. What if he meets, do deal with these people and run away? At the end of the day, the person does not have integrity. They forget that this integrity starts from the leaders, parents, pastors. Well, let your yes be yes, like Pastor said. Let your no be no. You will be happy with yourself when you do what is good. You will applaud yourself. Your spirit will tell you have done well. That if you still have your conscience, you will see your heart beating. Whether someone is there watching you or nobody is there watching you. You consider other people. You know that the same problem you have, other people might have the same problem, especially when you are in the same vicinity. You are living in 7 bedrooms, meanwhile your gatesman have a family somewhere under Bacha, and this person is at your gate. Sorry to say, to open gate for you at any time. When you are sleeping, is at your gate. If that bridge is not, if that gap is not bridged, it can connive with people outside. It will forget about this integrity. It will open door and they will say, after all, what is this use? That is where today you hear that a worker working with from family, it's not a good thing, but some people, their conscience are dead, like I said. Before you will see people that have integrity, treat people right. In your own way, let it be that you have done your own part. And any other person, they will say, no, your own is too much. This person have tried for you now. So at every level, as a team lead, do your part. Don't be a greedy boss. Don't be a greedy team boss. And God will help us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi. Thank you. Pastor Simiologun, let me throw this question to you. Do you ever think that there are some strategies for addressing integrity?
Yeah, I believe Mrs. Onasi has just hit the nail on the head as to reasons. And of course, we can't solve any problem without understanding the basic background of the problem. And the basic background of the problem of boss or leaders that lack integrity is that they are not good listeners to people. They are not good learners. They're not ready to learn. They believe they know it all. They are not ready to take correction because everything they do, according to them, is always perfect. And they are happy to take advantage of others. So to change things like this, you have to begin to, you must be someone that is ready to learn and learn to do the right thing. So if you are happy to learn and learn to do the right thing, then of course, I mean, one of the things that made Europe different from Africa is this. Apart from the fact that they teach integrity and patriotism in their schools, they help their people to understand the implication of, I mean, every citizen has their obligation to the system. And we also have our expectation from the system. Now, if all we can think of is me, and what I can get without my input back into the system, then of course we cannot expect the system to balance. So to balance things in every society, as I am thinking of what to get, I must also be thinking of what to put back into the society. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Pastor Stephen Ologun. Let me throw this question back to you. Do you think most of the institutions in our community, do you think they lack integrity?
Yeah, of course you can see it. I mean, one of the problems that is creating imbalance in our system, in our society, is lack of integrity. So you cannot trust someone that he is going to stand by his words. And it cut across almost every institution. You find it happening in the political arena. You find it happening in the school setting. You find it happening in place of work. You find it happening in industry. I mean, in school settings, it is lack of integrity that will make a teacher to sleep with students before giving awarding marks to them. That is it. That is lack of integrity. Lack of integrity will make a boss to be sleeping with the subordinate, with all the staffs, or asking them out. These are, I mean, all these things shows that people lack integrity. So, and it is because the system are not educated enough, they are not disciplined enough to understand the implication of some of these wrongdoings. That's why they do it. So we have to start educating ourselves about what is right and what is wrong, abstaining from what is wrong, and doing more of what is right. That's it.
Thank you very much, Pastor Stephen Ologun. Both of you mentioned the politicians in these discussions. But if you look at some of our what is going on in our community today, there's a lot of places, a lot of departments that lack this integrity. You mentioned schools. Ms. Dorcas Onasi mentions also. But did you think that those went for instance, in musical industry, the film industry, in the area that I'm looking for a job, in the area that I want my children to enter school, or get work for my children, in the area of, I want to enter a police, to become a police officer, military aspect of it, those areas, getting contracts and etc. Do you ever think that these people lack this integrity that we are talking about? Did they think or worry about the implications of integrity? Ms. Dr. Sonosi.
Thank you very much again, sir. And thanks to our audience as well. Sir, you just made mention of the parents that want to get admission into a school. So many things is going wrong. And if not corrected, the end is still destruction. The Holy Bible still made us understand that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man. But the end is what? Destruction. By the time you do, maybe you give bribe, you adjust, okay, for instance, your child did YF and is not able to make your YF, make the papers. And what you think you can do is to arrange somebody, which is happening, sir, is to arrange somebody and say, sit, help me, help my child, help me sit and write the exam. And the child is aware that he is not the one, or she's not the one that writes this. At the end of the day, they bring results, all excellent. Or you go to a particular school, they say, bring so amount. the environment, the society is not even having the matter, sir. And until we get things right from all, like I said from the beginning, it will be very difficult for things to go right all around. You go to a school, no, you know that this child does not do well, say bring money. And maybe this child has spent 5 years. Yeah, some people will do job five times, 7 times, and they are not able to see, they see their mates going. There was a gist in Kota where a child was telling the parents, say, please, whatever you need to do for me to go to school, do it. This also thing like this. And the parents, standing on integrity, say, if it is mechanic, you can go and learn it. If there is no admission for you, you go and learn it. And God will bless that. That child, that parent, they input in that child that no matter how they think it is right, it is not right. And we talk about work these days. Some people somewhere will say, okay, bring 2 million naira and I will get you an employment. At the end of the day, somebody that gave you 2 million naira or how many whatever dollars to get employment, did you think that integrity would be would be the watchword of the person when you get to the office? Maybe somehow you went and borrowed that particular amount. He will do guru now to see that even if he's going to talk about integrity, let me say to this person first. So many things are wrong until we put them right to be for people to genuinely, sincerely stand on integrity. Pastor Stephen said something, and I want to just dive on that side. It is integrity, lack of integrity, sir, that make purpose to break the vow of God in their life. If you genuinely and sincerely stand on the word integrity, it doesn't matter what that man has. It doesn't matter what that woman has. It is the same thing. It is only when you have the fear of God and you are sincere with yourself that your conscience is still alive, that you will know that going outside your home to do whatever, it is lack of integrity. So in the society, and until we get it right from home, sir, maybe until we get it right from home, when parents make sure that no matter what, they don't cut corner for their children to see. It will give, this one will give birth to this, it will give birth to this, and it will keep spreading. Sir, and our viewers, please, no matter what, it is very difficult, but with the help of God, we will definitely overcome. And when people know that, you know that there are still people that when they want to do particular things and they need sincerity, it will be you that have integrity they will look for. That is the payday. There's always a payday for people that have integrity. And when it comes like this, it will be like a dream. It's paid. Let's be consistent. Let's walk. Let's wait and have that integrity. Let's run with it. That's my advice, sir.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi. Pastor Stephen Ologun, Mrs. Dorcas Feisikemi Onasi mentioned parents and their children. If you look at what is going on today, those children that knew cattle right, that some of these parents lack integrity, and that integrity was being transferred to them. And it's the same children you see today on the social media and then attacking and saying all rubbish things about this integrity. So, what did you think about these children flow on social media and shout integrity, whereas they too they lack integrity as well? So, what do you think about that, Pastor Simiologun?
We looking at all these institutions that we mentioned earlier. It is not the institution that have problem, but we the people, we are the one
The
that made
people.
up the institution. Every institution we see today is made up of people. And where did the people come from? We are all part and parcel of the society. It is what we produce that we are reproducing anywhere we go. I take, for instance, when I was in primary school, we had a head teacher then who was very, very strict. Once you put on the uniform of our school then, St. Peter's Primary School, Iwaroka, once you put on the uniform of this school, my head teacher there, I can never forget his name for the rest of my life, Mr. M.O. Olorutoba. Once you put on the uniform of this school, you dare not sit on the ground. Your uniform dare not get dirty. You dare not take what does not belong to you. Even if you find it on the floor, you either take it to the next teacher. So when we close from school then, we leave our pencil, our pen, everything on our locker. It never get missing throughout the time he was head teacher. Because you dare not take what does not belong to you. The report must not come to him of any act of indiscipline from the student. And it was like that for all throughout my primary school. When I got to secondary school, thinking that secondary school will be an advanced level of discipline that we experienced in primary school. Do you know what? Almost everything I took to secondary school got missing. Because I was thinking that the same life we're living in primary school, we will be experiencing the advanced level of it being a higher institution. But the truth is, it wasn't so. So, by the time we left the hand of this disciplined man and moved to the next level in life, things has gone bad. And that is exactly what we are experiencing in Nigeria today. People live up here. They move out of Europe. They saw how things is being done here politically and otherwise. But when they get to Africa, why did they change? What corrupts them? The system, the society. So when we take discipline away from our society and replace it with indiscipline, we cannot expect one or two handful of people or certain individual to be normal in a system that is completely abnormal. So the system is abnormal and it can only produce abnormality. This is what is happening. So the moment we begin to discipline ourselves today, if the system starts doing exactly what is right, people will adjust. So somebody is stealing in Nigeria. Why don't they, many of them travel to Europe? Why don't they continue stealing? Why don't they continue stealing? I mean, there are school lecturers in Nigeria that believe it is his right to sleep with students. When some of them get job as lecturers in Western world, why don't they try to sleep with a student? So it is the system that allow indiscipline, and indiscipline is the greatest act of it's what often breed in lack of integrity. So where there is discipline, people will hold they will hold their reputation and integrity intact. But where there is indiscipline, people do whatever they like and they think it is normal. So abnormality has been made normal. Take, for example, when driving, I was driving in one of the small cities in Nigeria. I got to pedestrian crossing. I saw people standing, thinking they want to cross the road, so I stopped. And the person behind me came out of his car and wanted to fight me. That why should you stop? I said, do you understand the meaning of what you are doing? You holding a driver's license. What's the meaning of pedestrian this
Crossing.
zebra crossing or pedestrian crossing? What's the meaning? When you see people standing there, what are you supposed to do as driver? But they don't know it. So why wouldn't they do that when they come to Canada or America or London or Germany? Why are they obeying the law? Why don't they carry on doing exactly as they are doing in Africa? So we have to start changing the orientation of our people to make life better for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Stephen Ologun. Before we go, Mrs. Dorcas Kemi Onasi, are still maintaining on our youth. You've mentioned a lot of things, and the Pastor Ologun also mentioned a lot of things. The Yoruba proverbs used to say, charity begins at home. And I still stand on this integrity. Because when I look around on social media, especially TikTok, I see that some of our people and the youth among them lack integrity. Why? Mrs. Dorcas Elnosi, just 1 minute, please.
Because I want to dance to Pastor Stephen Saita. Just like he said, it's the system, the people. Now, if one person has been used as a scapegoat, every other person will watch. When this person do, they say, untouchable. Some people do things and they go free. And some people will do what is not even up to. And that will be the end of their life. Either somebody that steals chicken, local fowl, is being killed. And somebody that looted the whole community, what the whole community is supposed to feed on, because they are untouchable, they go free. How do we balance this? Until they use, like when they, like Daddy said, when you go to that advanced country, you do the right thing. Because you know that if you do it, you are gone. You behave yourself. You should do the same thing at home. It's not that when your child, this one, you do this one, say, especially the house help matter. Parents that have house help and children. When your house help mistakenly take meat without your permission, is a thief. But when your child take the meat without your permission, Junior, did I ask you to take meat? Next time, don't do it. Next time, ask mommy for the meat. But your house help that pick it is a thief. That's your person that you are pampering will become a nuisance tomorrow, both on social media, physically, and wherever. So what we can do, treat everybody equally and let the children that we are raising know that what is good, what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Let us stop pampering things. Let us stop using languages to cover up. Ole, thief is thief. I'm sorry to use that. My thief is thief. Call a spade, and shame the devil. Until we do things right, we, the people, it will continue. People coming, we inherit it. So I want to say, please, let it start from you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dorcas Onosi. Pastor Logo, before we go, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm exactly on the same page as Mrs. Onasi. So that says we should just bring discipline back to our system. That's it. Let's install discipline. Let's bring discipline back to our system and enforce it.
Thank you very much.
That's the only time we can get children with integrity, husband with integrity, wives with integrity. leaders and followers with integrity. So discipline has to return first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Simiologun. Mrs. Dorcas Onosi, did you have any advice to maintain integrity? 1 minute, we are going now.
Integrity, like I said, let it begin with you. Whether somebody is watching you or nobody is watching you, do what is right. And know that after that thing you want to achieve, it is only the mercy of God and the grace of God that lasts forever. Even if you are trying to do somebody $10 billion, pounds, it will finish. Know that it will finish. So be contented. Contentment, it is very, very okay, very good. Stay within your limits. Don't envy anybody. Envy bring lack of integrity. When you envy somebody, I want to be like this person, there is always problem. Be yourself and hope on God, and do not join them to say it don't spoil. Make we cook mass spoiler. It has spoiled. Let us spoil it. No, let's keep repairing it, and let it not go from bad to worst. Stand. Be a one man standing to say that it will work, and we stand for integrity no matter what, and God will help us.
Thank you very much, Pastor Simiologun, for coming to Jim the Apostle Show. Mrs. Dorcas Kemi Onasi from Abuja, Lagos. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a privilege, sir. Thank you very much. We pray that at the end of the day, as many that will hear, that watch, their life will not be the same. They will have one thing, more thing to take home, and their life will change. They will stand for integrity by the grace of God.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dorcas Onosi.
Thank you, sir.
Pastor Simiologun, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless
God
you.
bless you.